Again, why is this so much faster?
68.8 miles per hour.
Like I'm not even thinking. You're watching Flippy James Disc Golf. My name is James. Happy you're here. It's been a while since we've done a flip. Today we got a fun video, one like I've never made before, and we're gonna be trying to fix some things that are wrong with my form that I don't know about. All I know is that there's things that are wrong. So today we're gonna be fixing my form using the Formero app. If you don't know what Formero is, it's an application on your iPhone or Android, I think, where you go on there and you pick a coach and you pay them. Then you send in a video of your shot from behind and then from the side, and then the coach you pick breaks it down and tells you things to fix or things you could work on or whatever you want. Like you can work on forehands, you can work on max distance, you can work on just simply how your form looks. You can select that for a lot of the coaches, and the coaches specifically tell you what they like to teach or what they feel that they're good at teaching. So for me, I'm wanting to learn how I can throw faster, easier. I know that's everybody's goal, but there's times I bring out the tech disc and my spin's like 13 to 1400 and it says 68 miles an hour. And I'm like, how did I do it? Because then I try even harder and it's like 60. So I wanted to have more of a base that I can work on, because there's little things that I change in my form that helps me throw better most of the time, but sometimes it doesn't, and I'm just like, I've been lost lately, and so this couldn't have happened at a more perfect time. I did pick Tristan Tanner to be my coach. I like how he coaches on YouTube. I think he breaks things down very simply for you to put into action. So we got the tech disc. I'm gonna do some warm-up shots. I'm gonna kind of explain some things that I've been doing differently to help with speed, things that feel comfortable with the throw, and then I'm gonna take two videos, the back and the side view at slow motion, put them in here of my, what I'd say, normal fast throw. Then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna send them in and he's gonna give me the review back, and then after that I'm gonna bring the camera back out once I get the review and go over some of the things, put it into action and see what changes, see if it's easier, see if I have any different numbers on the tech disc. And once I've gotten comfortable with the changes that were suggested to me, I'm gonna send in another form review, but this is gonna be for a one-on-one. So they have Formeros where you just pick the coach, send in your two videos, and they critique it, tell you what to fix. And then there's also an option for one-on-one live calls. So I'm gonna send in my updated form based on the suggestion. I'm gonna send in the form with the updated suggestions, and then we're going to have a live call about that as well. And I'm gonna get to ask Tristan like 3 to 5 questions that I think everybody asks that would help you decide if you need to focus on any areas or if it's just hogwash, like throw it out the window. All right, let's get some warm-ups in. Sorry, that was a lot of talking. And I also came to a course to set up the net instead of just doing it in my barn, because I want to focus on actually hitting a basket instead of just throwing with like nothing in sight. One of the main problems people have when they get a tech disc is they throw into the net and they throw down. So their launch is always down and it tells you it went 90 feet and you're like, what the hell? It's just because you're not throwing high enough in the air. The white pole in the middle is 380. The basket's at 400 behind that big bush over there on the left. You probably can't even see it, but this is gonna help me walk down a tee pad, do the throw I would normally throw here versus just like maybe how I walk up in my barns, kind of crooked sometimes, and I don't actually do that on the course. So I want this to be as real as possible. If you don't like the sound of my voice, this might not be the video for you. First throw of the day. That right there is awesome, because that was the exact type of shot I'd have here to get to that middle spot with the destroyer flight numbers. Here's 5 real quick things that I found help me throw faster that are odd. 1, when I grip the disc like this and just think about, you know, when you see pros warm up their throw and the disc is sideways like this and they're just warming their arm up. If I think about throwing like this, it gets into a decent spot and goes fast. And I don't even think about footwork or anything else. That's one of the questions I want to ask him. Does my arm just get put into a better spot because of that? Yeah, 64.8 miles an hour. But you see, that was 6 miles an hour faster just by changing my grip and not thinking. But I think I round when I do that. So that's not good. I don't want to round. I want to clean pull through is one of the things I'm looking to get help with in this video. So that's one weird thing. I know I said here's 5 things. I don't know if I'm actually gonna say 5 things. Here's another weird thing. I was getting decent speed, but I wanted higher spin. Whenever I would like flick my wrist out here and like in my reach back, I'd want it to come back in here and hit my arm, be real deep, and then I would fling my wrist again, and I've been getting higher spin, but then my speed started slowing down. So let's see if that actually just calculates still. Yeah, 1394 spin, 62 miles an hour. That right there, I haven't been able to get it over 60 doing that lately. So maybe I've just been sore or something. That right there feels like I don't need to change nothing, but I want to hit 70 and I don't know how to get faster. Let's try that little shot again. I also felt like that little whippy thing helped with timing. All right, that was 62 again. 1445 spin, -3 nose, 14 degrees launch. I mean, it was way too high, but the numbers are good. The thing is, like I said, I've reached faster speeds. And I know there's something I can do that's gonna help me throw smoother and gain that extra speed to reach. Cause I just wanna be able to hit 70 whenever I want to. I know that's like maybe not an option for some people, but I know I'm there because I've hit like 68, 69, and I just wanna know how I can do it every time. Some of the times I've recorded them too, and I can't tell myself what I'm doing differently when I throw super fast. So that's why I need a coach. Earlier I said it's when I grip the disc like this. It's like I'll be here, my hand's like off of it, kind of like the monkey grip, someone said. I don't know, I saw that online, don't quote me. But when I do this grip and I grip it hard, uncontrollably hard, like I bend the disc, I throw really fast that way too. We'll try and put that into action here. So that right there, 68.7 miles an hour, but my spin is 1175. Wobble, 11.4. Horrible. Doing that on a course in a field, it's so inconsistent. And my goal is to reach these speeds consistently. That's just gotta be the discipline in me, right? I'm tired of wasting time, effort, hurting my body. I'll get pissy sometimes throwing this thing, and then by the end of it, my middle finger is in pain. Nick Crush did a video on what that actually is. So if you ever feel pain in your finger from throwing a tech disc, you should be able to find that on his channel. Gives you some stretches to do after you throw to relieve it. .60, 1400 spin, pretty flat, -4 degrees nose angle, 13.4 degrees launch. I could throw that a little bit lower, but this is what I'm saying. That spin rate, I'd be stoked with. All right, we're gonna do 2 more things before I decide what's the most comfy form that I do to send in. This is a new thing I've been working on, is keeping my head looking at the target longer, so my head is this way in my reach back, right? You're supposed to leave the disc here. I definitely push it a little, I'm trying to fix it, but that's one thing that's gonna be on my mind, is keeping my head more neutral and not like this. You know what I'm saying? If you think I just made fun of you, I'm making fun of myself, so chill. 58.1 miles an hour, 1167 spin, -10 nose angle. Ugh, that's way too much. Completely flat though, that's cool. Try that one more time. See, that just doesn't feel comfy, but I feel like it looks right. No, see, I'm just whipping, like that would have went in the road. I don't think that's the thing I want to do. Yeah, that can't be it. One other thing I thought about, and this is a question I want to ask Tristan. There was a day in my barn, I'm throwing the tech disc, and I felt this band go in my back. It was like, you know when you see Paul Macbeth throw, and he just looks like, once his left arm comes in, it's like boing. It like looks like it flings after his left arm comes in. He's one of the people that I think shows this exactly how I can explain it in my head. Was that right? He's one of the people that I think shows this for how it felt. Like I felt that boing, that band in my back just sling it. 67 miles an hour, so easy. It was super easy. I did it again, felt that band. I'm like, oh my gosh, I did it. 3rd time, boom, felt it again. 67, 68, all 3 of them in a row. Smoothest throws I've ever had. And then I'm like, all right, we got it. We just figured it out. Let's throw it hard. Didn't feel it. I don't know where I put power. Wasn't in the right spot. Went like 60, and I've never felt that band boing thing again, and I need it. This is one of the questions we're gonna ask Tristan. If he feels that every time he throws, and how to feel that every time I throw. One thing I think I don't do is wait for my arm to come in enough by keeping my throwing arm back. I think when I bring my arm in, I'm turning my whole body instead of letting that like band get created. But I don't know if it's flexibility. I don't know if it's where my feet are. I don't know if it's my shoulders. We're just looking for answers. Thanks for being here on this journey with me. So this is me trying to keep my off arm or my throwing arm back until I feel this arm come in enough. Oh, no. See, I round. I hit my shoulder. I still think I'm turning when I do it, and that's why I'm not letting the band stick with me. Nope, that ain't it. We're gonna do the super slow-mo, guys. We'll send them in, and then what we're gonna do is throw some distance drivers I brought with my form that I am sending in to him and see where they go. Psych, I forgot about one thing that I was trying that I think will definitely help and something I'm gonna be taught to do. It's a part of the question that I wanna ask him. All right, I'm connected. All right, so the form that I'm doing that feels good, that has good spin, good speed, the kind of bouncy thing where I said I feel it bounce off my arm here, then fling out. I wanna do the same thing, but kind of put the disc here instead of fling it out, and I just skip the feel of it being here. People always say, you wanna get into this position, you wanna get into the power pocket. But the thing is, it just clicked in my head the other day, you don't stay there. It's not like a huh, 1, 2, 3. It's here, here. You just pass through. It's like a yield sign. Only you don't slow down. Yeah, exactly. It's a yield sign. Who slows down for a yield sign? That felt fast. I don't know what else I'm doing with the rest of my body. Boom! Okay, this is great news. 62 miles an hour, 1349 spin. That right there is a damn good shot. See, this is where I'm getting onto something. I forgot about this one thing. Only issue I have is I don't know how to make that faster. And there's gotta be a way. Let's try and make it faster. Mainly think about that still. Okay, 63.4, 1373 spin, little high. I think this is the form I need to give him because those are both pretty consistent. I can keep it a little bit lower, and I feel like it's the thing we can build off the most, along with taking out variables. Like this whippy thing, I feel like there's a lot that can go wrong there. How the hell is that 61 miles an hour? Look at these numbers. Man, this is why I need someone to tell me what I'm doing. Tristan, if you watch this video, should I have sent this one in instead? But I don't feel that band thing that I'm talking about. I think that's the thing I want the most out of this. I wish I could send in 2 forms. Be like, which one's better? Which one should I work on? I guess not a lot of people have 2 forms in their head. It's probably because I got 2 people in mind. So to record in slow motion like that, I can't have sound, and I took my hat off so he could see like head position and everything. So you can definitely do this with just a phone. Like iPhones take the same frame rate of video that I just shot. I just love using my camera. So if I were you, I would try doing it in shorts, a t-shirt, nothing on your head. And when you send that in, they'll be able to see everything. We're going Halo Destroyer. You see these 3 bushes? The basket's behind the one on the left. I think it's right at 400. We're gonna do the kind of whippy form with this one. Oh gosh. Did I put that on Annie for real? That went though. From what I know about this course, that's basket high, 80 feet right. We're gonna do, oh, it's more headwind now. We're gonna put this on more hyzer, do the put the disc here, more like the review video I just sent in, or I'm about to. Yeah, that headwind's strong. I went probably 50 shorter than that other one. Ledgestone Zeus from last year. Well, that thing's nice. Nice and short. Go a little 360 flight into this headwind. Ugh. 2 discs that I'm deciding on what to keep in the bag. This Halo Wraith, this orange racer. There we go, that was fast. The racer, I love it. Okay, I went over that bush, so we landed after 400. What did I do there? That felt good. All right, let's go back to the smooth throws. Yeah, I think that's what I need to start doing. The problem I'm having with it, that was far. That was about 430, because I can see a grass cut line, and that's where they cut it at every time. The issue I'm having with that is I have no clue how to make that faster. All right, so here we are back at home. Gonna open up the Formero app, and right here, Formeros, I got one already with Tristan Tanner. Would you like to import your tech disc throws from Disc South? No. So here's the part where I pick review type. I'm gonna go, I wanna do backhand because I wasn't throwing max distance, but I wanna up my speed in general. I think backhand's gonna be the best place to go because max distance, like, I feel like I need to be throwing a flippier disc or on a different angle. I mean, I know I said I wanted to do 70 miles an hour, but I think just backhand form in general for this is going to be the best thing to do. And then maybe in the one-on-one, I choose max distance. So we'll just do that. Oh, I have to type something. I need help with figuring out how to throw fast. Pause. Let's go with throwing faster smoothly and consistently. I didn't spell. I'm looking over my camera. I can't see nothing. Boom. Return. Oh, I want the keyboard to go away. Already filmed it. Oh, I can add tech disc stats. Let's see what this does. Oh, I got to go to the URL. You know what? I put them in the video, so we're just not going to even do that. Photo library. What's all this going to show? We're good here. We're good here. So back view. Done. Okay, and then side view. I'm just going to put it in here. Bam. So here. I put the fast one, like normal, and then I did slow motion, and then I threw the tech disc on the screen, so I don't really feel like I need to add anything else. I think that's it. I'm going to wait for this process, and then I'll come back. Okay, they're all in here. I added in on the description, eliminate any rounding. I feel like this is a good basis. Like, I'm not giving them a whole bunch of stuff that, like, specifics, because I want them to, like, point out to me what I need to do. You know what I'm saying? This part I'm struggling with, so we're just going to leave it at that and see what happens. Okay, so I just went back to the homepage, and it shows the due date, 9/15. I don't know what that means. I don't know if it's due from him on 9/15 or if I need to do something else, but we'll find out. Okay, we're back in my barn. It's a mess. I don't care. It's been a few weeks since we sent in the Formero. I got it back about a week later, and then I had a 3-day tournament, and so I didn't want to start working on everything he's wanting to change right before a tournament and try and just figure things out as I'm playing. You get it. The Formero video itself that he sent me back was perfect for the price he charges, in my opinion. It was like 11 minutes of just showing me what's wrong, where to correct, and how to correct, plus give me some drills. He started off by saying the things that I'm not going to play this whole thing because it's, like I said, like 11 minutes, and the longer talking more video will be the second part of this that I upload sometime after. He says there's a couple things that he can see that he thinks will help me gain a little bit more speed, but also more accuracy, which obviously everybody wants more accuracy. The main two things that he is having me focus on here is my peak reach back is too fast, which it was slower than the two I was trying to debate on anyways, which I think is hilarious. One of the things he's trying to get me to fix is a little bit of rounding where I come and I pull through. He says I kind of pull into my chest and then come out and around, which he shows me with like lines on this thing. I like how they do it. That part I haven't fixed yet. It's just like I can never find power pulling straight through. It just never shows up on a tech disc, which, by the way, if you have a tech disc and you're not disciplined like me in some spots, I wouldn't suggest getting your Formero back and using a tech disc because it shows everything you're doing wrong or right really fast. And I know that's supposed to help, but I just got frustrated. I just wanted to throw it and throw it and throw it till I saw faster speeds, and I didn't actually work on what was suggested. So maybe that might help you. We're going to use it for this video though. Now, the first thing that he showed me that I didn't think about at all was my footwork. In it, he says,
this is where your butt is at. And then as you go to plant, you move quite a bit forward. And then as you go to pull through, you end up being pretty far away from this initial line. Okay, so that part I never thought about at all. I think it might be a little exaggerated in this clip that I sent him because I'm trying to throw towards that basket that's through the net.
but I know that I still do this. And so this was the first thing that I wanted to fix. And with this, he gave me one drill with a wall, like putting your butt against a wall and thinking about your walkthrough and keeping your butt on that wall the whole time. This was very awkward for me to do. I didn't feel like I was able to throw a disc in general, like with the wall behind me. Not that I'm throwing with a wall behind me, but like to even think about it, I knew keeping my butt back was an issue in general, because even when I don't do that full stretch out, I'm walking in a weird line. Then there was a 3-video playlist on his YouTube channel that was recently posted about standstills, and then 1-step, and then 3-step, I think. Maybe it was 2, I don't know. Those also helped thinking about putting my butt in the right spot every time. And another reason why this video took so long between, because I was working on it before I just brought the camera out to work on it. But the thing that I realized after knowing this was a problem, thanks to him, was thinking about walking to the right of where I'm going, and that put me in a straight line. If you've ever seen the video, I got a bar in here somewhere, don't I? If you've ever seen video of coaches being like, you want a line between you and your feet on either side of the line when you throw. This, in my head, was just for the last step, right? So like after the X step, be there. See how I'm walking right here? I was doing this, not walking down this line instead. And so what I'm thinking of now is my left foot, my X step foot, I guess, putting it on this side of the wood instead of walking on the line and then fixing it, or walking over the line and fixing it. That was a lot of talking. So this is what it used to be like. That was a little exaggerated. And now, keeping my butt back and making that X step go behind me, I'm in this straight line. Don't worry about my upper body, I'm just thinking about my feet. So that was the first thing I fixed. Just thinking of putting this left foot behind me and walking on that line instead of walking over the line to be in that right position. Okay, he also wanted me to keep my peak reach back more, maybe less poppy. He didn't like that I did this at the end of it all. He wants me to be more deliberate putting it back here. It needs to stay there until I plant, because it gets there before I plant. And when I plant, I step. Like I land with a bent knee and step up. And he says that he wants me to see a straight leg here and clear my hips at the same time. Not the same time, but like as I get to here, he wants me to start thinking about pulling my right hip away and using them. That never helped. I could not think about it. Stand still, 1-step, 2-step, 10 steps from my front door. I could not think about pulling my right hip away. My whole body would just always follow. And I couldn't leave it there. It's just, that's how it always felt. 55.4, 1,000 spin. Ugh. Yeah, thinking that way, I could never make anything work. All right, watching this back at this part, I realized all 3 of those throws, I don't really round. Like, kind of, because I pull it a little bit to the right, but the disc comes through straight, which is good. That's something he's wanting me to fix. So with that being said, I need to figure out how to make that work and have power, because I can never figure out how to throw fast when I do that. My body, I worked on it slowly, I swear. I did it like with the drill, I did it with... I was always pulling everything. My right hip would bring my shoulders with me, and I could never get timing right thinking of this. Might help you. That part, I didn't like it. Didn't like thinking about it that way. I'm sure it's what I need to do, but I need to think of another way to learn it. If you don't know, the channel is called Flippy James because I used to be in the circus and I did trampoline shows, and then when I started playing disc golf, the play on words with Flippy just worked. Something my coach was really good at in trampoline was, if I didn't understand how to do a drill a certain way, he always had another way to think of it. So if you're ever learning something and it's not working out, it might just be how you're thinking of achieving it. So the way, he has another drill that I saw a long time ago about clearing your hips, and it's putting your left knee forward and your back knee backwards, and there's no possible way you can't open your hips. Like if I'm like this, my hips are stuck. Thinking of that still helps me more than trying to pull my hips away from the target. Like, but knowing that I have to do it is great. Also with the reach back, I'm pulling into here. It's like I'm doing this instead of this. There's very few times I can actually get my arm to come straight through. And when I get it to work, it doesn't show any improvement in speed or spin or anything. But if I don't think about anything and I throw like this,
66.7 miles per hour.
I'm at 66 miles an hour. I gotta read it this way. A little bit nose up, nice launch, okay spin, a little bit of wobble, almost flat. And that's pretty consistent. But I don't think it looks like it's supposed to look. So one, does this matter? Because I can do that every time. Like,
miles per hour.
no cuts here. But I don't know how accurate that actually translates to in a field versus what the tech disc numbers show me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel like any of that is correct. I feel like my elbow drops. I feel like I'm throwing too rounded, like more rounded than in the video I sent him. And I never get into any position at all that a professional thrower would, but it's 67 miles an hour. I just don't understand. If this helped you at all, think about if you should get a Formero or not. I might sound frustrated right now, but it's not with the Formero. It, like, that helped me. Just learning this walkthrough thing with my butt back farther and keeping it on a plane. I played a tournament last week. There was at least 3 backhand shots where that's the majority of what I thought about. It's also what I thought about a lot in my 3-day tournament. Didn't play well in that 3-day one, but my gap hitting ability was way more solid. I believe it to be because of my walk up, and I think that also changed the amount of rounding that I have. It's still here, but I don't do as much of it from when I take that step forwards and then try and throw onto a line. Like, I would have paid that just to known about this part in my walk up and forget about everything else. There was 3 throws last week in that I just hit the backhand line straight by mainly thinking of this. And in the big tournament, there too. I hit a lot of trees though, but there was trees in the way. It wasn't like it was a bad shot. I missed a lot of putts. Anyways, I'm gonna ask him what I need to focus on for gaining speed specifically, just speed. Plus, I'm gonna ask him some questions about grip. I'm gonna ask him about, I want his thoughts on how important he thinks spin is. I'm looking at my notes for the things I wanted to ask him. I remember I talked about this in the beginning of this video, so I know this was a lot of talking and trying to figure stuff out, but it's kind of like what I learned, how I went through it, and what my next plans are with it. So partial, hope you learned something. Partial, follow me along through this journey. Hope you enjoy this one. Welcome to my barn. I think we might have the interview one-on-one session with Tristan on Formero here, so I can throw as we're talking and show him everything that I mean. Let me know if you think that'd be a good idea, because I think it'd be better than me sitting at my computer being like, yeah, but when? This way I can just show him right away. We can pop stuff up on screen, have some fun with it. The other 2 things on the notes was the power pocket part, where like some people seem to have it like their disc almost touching their chest, and then some seem to have it farther out. But like, this is still a 90, which is what everybody says you want. What's better? Like, what do I need to focus on more? Is it more important just to have the 90 in a comfortable position, or is deep pocket in your chest like the better thing to do? And also, am I flexible enough for it? I don't know. And then the last thing I'm going to ask him is squeezing the disc. How hard do you squeeze the disc when you throw for speed? The reason I want to talk about the grip part is because whenever you're going to hear this in the main video too, a part of that like wonky pop back on the thing that he didn't like, that's me not having a tight grip. It's just kind of gripping it like 61 miles an hour. And I know he said that that's more important to fix nose angle and accuracy, but that was -3 degrees, 61.5. Like, those are good numbers on a tech disc, right? But if I do the same thing and grip it as hard as I can, like pinch on the disc, and it doesn't do the wobble as much, and it's also faster.
67.5 miles per hour.
I don't know. What do we do with this? Just a bunch of information I have questions on. What's more important? I know this is what it shows me, but what does a pro think? That's what we need to ask. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Again, why is this so much faster?
68.8 miles per hour.
Like, I'm not even thinking. The nose is horrible, though.